Death Valley Days, where Western history comes alive. With your host, Dale Robertson.
Stories of the Old West are stories of hardships and adventure, of dreams and of courage. Stories of the American pioneer are all a part of our past, of our heritage. Border country between nations is always an area of trouble, and nowhere was the truth more evident than along the border between the United States and the newly formed Republic of Texas. Outlaws of every type infested that border. Some were the worst and most violent criminals to walk on the face of the earth. Others were simply frontiersmen, proud and independent rebels who hated civilization and law in any form. It was these men who caused sheriffs on both sides of the border their worst headaches. Now, just before the annexation of Texas by the United States, one of the most colorful of these outlaws lived on the northern end of the border. He was an unrepentant old sinner who worked out his own solution to the problems of border law. His name was Stapleton. The sheriffs knew him as Old Stape.
Come on. Yeah.
Hey, Joe. Do you see what I see?
Old Stape.
Yeah. We'll get that old buzzard this time. Come on.
Man, he's clumsier than a day-old cub backing down a sycamore.
You ought to have had better sense. You know you can't catch old Stape in the woods.
Yeah, I guess I ought to. I've tried it often enough. I don't know. Seeing him so close up, I guess I just lost my head.
You're lucky he didn't blow it off.
Oh, old Stape don't shoot law officers. It just makes jackasses out of them. At least we got Major Hatherton's prize hog back.
Yeah. Trouble is, I'm a United States sheriff, and we're in Texas by a couple of miles. I got no authority to reclaim stolen property in Texas.
Stolen? Who said it was stolen? No reason we can't cooperate returning strayed stock.
Strayed?
Sure. I found that hog wandering along, returned him to you. There's no crime involved.
Yeah, but old Stape...
Oh, he can't make any protest. He wouldn't dare. I got 11 warrants to arrest him on sight as it is.
Yeah, maybe so. But he's gonna be awful sore at us for taking his loot. He went to a lot of effort swiping that hog. I better get him back to the major. He's been raising... He's gone.
I thought you tied him up.
I did. He must have pulled loose. Stape.
Stape.
You was a wicked sinner, Stape. Stealing a prize hog. Wicked. Wicked.
Oh, stop nagging, Weasel. Atherton's rich. He's got plenty of hogs.
That is not the point. Stealing is a sin, Stape. You stole that hog twice.
Well, I had to. Them sheriffs was taking it back to Atherton. Come on now, relax, Weasel. Here, have a drink for that cold.
Yeah, maybe just a little nip for medicinal purposes. You know I don't approve of demon rum.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh. Thanks. Stape, I saw that Sheriff Webb in town, him and that Louisiana sheriff, Joe Dickens. Oh, they was mad enough to bite themselves.
What's they now?
Oh, they was cussing you up and down. Terriblest language I ever did hear. Stape, you oughtn't to run off them horses like that. Walking's mighty hard on men in riding boots.
Well, they made me mad.
Not as mad as you made them. And he's out to get you this time, Stape. And I'm worried.
Well, you don't need to be. That's why I had that surveyor fella help me get this cabin located square on the borderline. That door opens in Texas, and the other one opens in the United States. So no matter which one of them sheriffs shows up, all I gotta do is step out the other door, and they can't arrest me.
I know. And it's always worked slick as a whistle. And I know they can't trap you outside, but still.
You worry too much, Weasel. How about that cold?
What cold? Oh. Deep.
I sure am glad you ain't a drinking man.
Willpower, Stape. Willpower's the only thing that defeats demon rum.
Is that what it is?
And I guess I'd better get going or Petunia's likely to be worried. I just stopped by to warn you to be careful, Stape. Because them sheriffs are mean.
I'll be careful, Weasel.
Oh, and by the way, Petunia says thanks for the hog meat. She's gonna roast some Sunday. If you want to drop by.
Petuni, you're the best cook in the Republic of Texas.
You can save the sweet talk, you thieving old bush runner. I don't know why Egbert thinks you're still worth trying to save.
Now, Petunia?
And you get him started on that woodpile out back. Now, you hear me?
How come she's so sore at me?
Don't you pay no attention to her, Stape. She got some silly notion you sent me home drunk the other day. Neither hates the stuff.
You tell her you had a cold?
She didn't believe me.
Egbert?
We better get on that woodpile. We don't want her really riled up.
No, that's one kind of trouble I can do without.
You chop, I'll saw.
All right.
Folks in town is all talking about the states annexing Texas. Pretty excited about it, too.
Yeah, just talk never happened.
Might be a good thing, Stape.
You crazy? We just fought a war to get free.
Yeah, but the United States
It's another government. And more government means more rules and laws, and we got too many of them already.
All right. Cool down. Like you say, it's probably just talk.
Well, I don't like no talk about annexation.
All right. Hear that Webb's been prowling around down near your place.
Yeah, seen him a time or two. Reckon he's still a mite fussed at me.
You can lay odds on that, him and Joe Dickens both. I hear they've been meeting at the crossing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Albie seen them head to head making medicine. And your name was here 2-3 times, too.
You know something, Weasel? I'm getting a bad hunch.
Really? About what?
About them two sheriffs. They both know about my cabin being on the borderline. That works fine against either one of them. But if they get together...
That's right. That's right, Stape. They should both come at you at once. They could nail you no matter which way you jump, see?
I reckon the only thing to do is fix it so I don't have to jump at all.
Yeah. Huh?
You still got that bucket of whitewash?
Yeah?
Get it for me, will you?
Sure.
And a brush.
Here you go. What you gonna do with it?
No time for questions. I got a job to do.
What kind of job? Can I help?
You see when I'm done. So will a couple of sheriffs we both know.
What about the wood?
Tell Petunia I'll finish chopping later.
Egbert, I don't hear no chopping.
I can't wait around any longer for him to show, Neil. Our town council's having a meeting tonight. I gotta be there.
All right, we can do it tomorrow if you can make it.
I'll make it. I'm just as anxious to grab old Stape as you are. My feet are still sore.
Oh, yeah, mine too. But we'll get him this time if it takes us a week. We can't miss working together.
I hope not. I'm fed up with that old scoundrel thumbing his nose at the law in my county.
Our county. See you tomorrow, Joe.
You fellas come right ahead. I'm gonna have a real nice surprise for you.
Egbert! That lazy good-for-nothing!
Now, Petunia, he said he'd finish it later.
Yesterday, and he hadn't been back since.
But Stape was in trouble. He had to go.
To do what?
Well, I don't know what it was, but it was important.
Important.
Well, it was. I could finish this kindling for you myself.
You'll do no such thing. Now, he said he'd chop this wood, and he'll do it if he knows what's good for him.
But he may...
You butt me no butts, Egbert. Now, you go right now and fetch that shiftless rascal. You hear me?
Yes'm. Whatever you say, dear.
And Egbert,
Yes'm.
don't catch any colds.
No, ma'am.
Well? Yeah, he's there.
That's a relief.
It's hard to believe we're finally going to lay old Stape by the heels at last.
Yeah. All right, let's move in cautious.
We're going on your signal.
Right.
We got you, Stape.
You're under arrest.
You two is the noisiest critters. Sounded like a couple of bull elephants sneaking up on the cabin.
Never mind that. You're under arrest.
You fellers ain't noticed my new decorating.
What the devil's that supposed to mean?
You got brains, why don't you use them?
Now, look here, Stape. We both got warrants for you.
Well, sure you have. It's real simple. If you look close, you'll likely see that half of me is in the United States. But the other half of me is in the Republic of Texas.
But that don't...
Oh, hush. Now, you, Joe. I reckon you got the right to arrest the part that's in the United States, but you got no authority to arrest the part that's in Texas.
That's crazy. You can't be in two countries at the same time.
Well, I am, and you can see it. Same goes for you, Webb, only in reverse. It's your move, fellers.
He ain't right, is he, Joe? I mean, he can't get away with a stunt like this.
Oh, I don't know.
But that's loony. I ain't gonna stand for it.
Have a seat.
Blast it, Joe. If you arrest your half, and I arrest my half, then we could...
Then you could both get yourselves into a whole mess of legal trouble.
Now, you shut up.
Just trying to help.
You know something, Neil? I think he's got us. It's obvious we both can't arrest him.
But one of us has got to...
You know how delicate relations are between Texas and the U.S. right now. What with annexation so close and everything. Now, me, I'm not about to do anything that's going to cause it to blow up. And if you value that star, you won't either.
Yeah, but if nobody found out... I suppose you'd make a big squawk about it.
I'm the biggest squawker you ever saw. They'd hear me clear to Austin and Washington.
Blast it, Joe. He can't stay in that bunk forever. All we got to do is wait him out. The minute he makes a move, grab him.
Well, help yourselves, fellas. Gonna be a long, hungry wait.
For you, too.
Not me. I got plenty of grub and water right under my bunk here. I'm prepared for all emergencies.
Joe, for the first time in my life, I know what it's like to want to commit a murder.
Let's get out of here while I can still remember I'm a sheriff.
This ain't the end of the game, Stape. Annexation's coming.
Stape, are you all right? I seen you. What's all that?
Come on, Weasel, sit down and I'll tell you all about it. That's it. Here you are. Take her down, little fishy.
Don't shoot, Stape, it's me! Whoa, baby. Whoa. Thank goodness I found you, Stape. I've been looking all over.
What's up, Weasel?
Word just come in. Annexation.
Official?
Texas is now part of the United States.
Reckon that does it for me.
What you gonna do, Stape?
I don't know, Weasel. I'm gonna do something. Give these to Petuni. I cleaned them already. Tell her she won't need to save any for me.
But Stape,
You've been a good friend, Weasel. Better than I deserve.
good luck, Stape. I may starve to death.
Give it up, Stape. You can't get us both, and you know it.
Maybe not. But I'll put a hole through the first one that moves.
Now, don't be a fool. The charges against you are all minor. If you shoot one of us, you'll swing for murder.
He's talking sense. We're annexed. This line don't mean a thing. We're one country now.
I told you once you may annex Texas, but you ain't annexed me.
Oh, for the love
You
of...
move fast like that makes me kind of nervous. Wouldn't do it no more.
All right, Stape, if you want a war.
No, wait, Neil. I got an idea. There's no cause for a lot of bloodshed. Now, the main thing we want is to get rid of old Stape, right?
Right?
And you're all packed up, Stape. You game for a contest?
A witch?
Well, the river's just a quarter of a mile north of here. Cross it and you'll be safe in the territory.
So?
So, feet are better than guns. We race you for it. You win, you're free. We win, you surrender. Peaceable.
I don't know. That's a long run. You fellas is younger than me. I reckon it's a deal.
All right with you, Neil?
All right, I'll go along.
Now, there's just one thing, Stape. You make it, you don't ever come back. I want your word on that.
You got it. You got too many laws around here anyway.
All right, Stape. I'll tell you what. You're carrying a pack and everything. We'll give you a count of 10 start.
Well, you can start counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I gotcha! Hooray! I ain't annexed! You hear me? I ain't annexed!
I thought you could beat him, Neil.
Yeah, I had him beat until he pulled that dodge on me. Blast him, he even runs crooked.
Well, anyway, we're rid of him. But you know something funny, Neil? I think I'm going to miss that old devil. Life's going to be mighty dull around here. Without old Stape.
Men such as Old Stape were the inspirations for legends that grew out of the American West. Wild, independent, and a headache to sheriffs. They were a hardy and special breed. They seldom fitted into a law-abiding society, but it was their courage and daring that opened the first doors to our western expansion, an expansion that was to span a continent between two oceans. Be with us again next week for another exciting story from the American past.